I'ma be great to you. If you stay down for me, then I'll stay awake for you. Surprise, slip my panties to the side. If you be good to me, then I'ma be great to you. If you stay down for me, then I'll stay awake for you. Surprise, slip my panties to the side.
Good afternoon to you all. I hope that you're feeling blessed and highly favored on today. This is yours truly checking in once again, and today I'll just be discussing a few topics. The first topic will be Chloe Bailey was not, keyword not, the exception. If your absence is extended, your woman will date also. Now, this is a very powerful statement in itself, because as I often think back, just using recent history here, a lot of beefs, a lot of deaths rather have been caused due to women, and I won't place the blame on the woman actually, but it's a mixture of of ego and a number of other things that goes into play here. But if we boil everything down to its root, then the woman would be the cause of this. If the common denominator between these two men, typically it's a woman. I just did a video recently on Trouble. FBG Cash shot a woman in the car. They suspecting her to be one of the back door kind of behind it, and so many other more. If I even back to Large Wars and all of the great movies, it seems that love story there it derives from some type of conflict over a female prospect. When I think of Crip Wars, GD Wars, BD Wars, it typically all boils down to a woman. And it's funny what kind of made me think of this. It was a Vlad interview with Warren Sapp, and they were Vlad was saying that typically almost all of the time a woman is considered to be a man's downfall. And I found it to be so ironic because I actually did a series on this. That was the first series that I wanted to drop, or that I felt compelled to drop. I broke it down into about 4 or 5 different parts, so to speak. You should definitely go check those out, because the question that is posed is, the woman, is it man's greatest asset or his greatest downfall? Let me stay as far as with your woman will date also. I typically look at it and from how I was brought up and how I was raised. If you are going to choose the streets as a lifestyle, so to speak, or one of the main things that's going to make you, I don't want to say weak, but I don't feel that you can be all that you need to be in the streets if you're really gonna, call yourself one of those, or one of the ones that people idolize with the foolishness, and it's really just on go at all times. With you having a woman that you love at home that you could lose, or children at home that you love dearly and that you could lose. I think that it's at that point that men begin to kind of slow down. The older they get, they begin to take these things into consideration. Anytime that you have something that you love, that is going to be a hindrance and a weakness to you, because you're going to miss it. At times, my father, he oftentimes used to tell me, everybody was, hard during the day, in the yard, but, at night, when everything, shut down and all the lights went off, he used to hear a whole bunch of sobbing, a whole bunch of sniffling going on, all up and down through the, all up and down through the dorms and whatnot, you know. And so it's a hurtful thing. And but you know, so oftentimes, you know, I've always had that bit of information. Just most things that you go through that are going to be extremely difficult in life, typically you have to go through those alone, and you're going to be blessed if you have a shoulder to lean on or somebody that's going to be there, and typically that comes in the form of counseling. That's really where I wanted to kind of go with things, because if you are going to be in the streets, or if you are going to have an extended stay away from this woman, no matter what typically she tells you, you know, it's kind of common law, and you should almost expect that she will be dating also. And that's putting it nicely, you know, because you know, just talking in terms of street vernacular and realism, yeah, she's gonna be doing some fucking, you know, definitely, you know. And at best, you know, like I tell my partners oftentimes, you know, or, you know, loved ones, if you are going to do it big, because I feel that you do better oftentimes with things when you're adequately prepared for what you're facing. And so, you know, I think it's oftentimes unrealistic to even be, you don't even need to bog your mind down with that, you know, as far as, well, damn, what is she doing? Who is she doing it with? Is he bigger than me? Like, damn, what's going on? Is she going to be there once I come back? You don't need to be worried about these things. You know, in my opinion, you definitely need to just go ahead and just do your time, you know, and just stay focused on be worried about getting out. Cross that bridge once you get there, because if she's not here, then guess what? Then there's billions of other women in the world that'll be here for you as well. And 9 times out of 10, once you do get out, you're gonna be in shape, this, that, and the third, and you're gonna have a new zeal about yourself. And so that won't be anything hard to come by. But you know, it's just sad, because I wish I could reach or tell so many young men, so many individuals who go into conflict over these particular topics that we're speaking on, and who have actually lost their lives or even died over a woman. You know, it's sad and it's tragic, to say the least. But you know, this is the real world, and it's reality, so to speak, and you know, it's perpetuated by a lot of things. And so, you know, with me having knowledge of this, it's only right that I come forward here with a message on today. And I did want to inform you all that, you know, Chloe Bailey is no exception. I don't want anyone to look at her as if, oh my gosh, like you know, what a scumbag. How could she, he's only been locked up for 2 or 3 months or however long, and she's already dating and getting ready for a date. You know, and this, I actually got this off of World Star. And so, you know, to see this, and you know, it was kind of comical to me. It was laughable, because I'm sure, you know, and if Gunna's really one from the streets as he claims to be, then, you know, there should be no sweat off his back. I oftentimes say, shit, if I had $100 for every shorty that ever told me that she loved me and was gonna never leave me no matter what situation, circumstance gonna come, well, I at least be in 6 figures for sure, you know what I'm saying, just off of that alone, you know what I mean. But you know, sure, that's just how it goes sometimes. You know, people change and people grow apart, and this, that, and the third. And oftentimes during circumstances like that, at best, I feel that you can hope for her to, you know, not be out with an enemy, or having your children around some type of foolishness if you do in fact have kids with her. But shoot, as long as she's putting some money on your books, well, oftentimes she's there to pick up the phone, because, you know, oftentimes other folks are going to leave you for dead while you're in there. You know, they're not going to answer the phone, they ain't got nothing for you, not going to send you nothing. So, you know, even if she is doing a thing, you know, that's really not any of your concern, you know, and you really don't need to bog your mind down with that. Or when she does answer, or if she misses that call and then she answers the next day, you know, still work your move and get what you can get up out of that, because she's not promised to answer this phone for you or put any money on your books. And honestly, at that point, even though you're still a man, you know, you're not in any position to, you know, to trip on her. You know, this goes down from, you know, from married women. Lord, I'm not even sure. Yeah, I may share that story. I may not share this stuff. I might say that one for another day. But as far as, you know, it really, you know, I could even utilize my own mother when my father was locked up, you know. I do have a half sister, but I don't have any siblings from my mother, and this is mainly due to the fact that she got her tubes tied when my father was locked up, with her fast self. So, and this is just how it goes. And oftentimes, and that's the biggest takeaway that you can get from this. If you are going to have an extended stay anywhere, please understand that woman will do some dating, and if she does hold it down for you, then you're fortunate. We definitely don't look forward to it, and the best hope that she doesn't pop up with a baby from somebody else, or that she's not with an enemy, so to speak, because it can get scandalous and it definitely can get treacherous out here, but definitely no fault on Chloe Bailey for going on a date or leaving Gunna. This is probably a little industry relationship anyway, but it just also goes to show you that's another message in itself, as far as Gunna, hey, if you don't shop, you don't buy your woman a bag, woo woo woo, hey, somebody else will. And in his case, somebody else definitely will, because that's what he glorified to his woman, even if that, because she was definitely his woman for a period of time. I think definitely even going in still. So that's one of the big things he promoted, just big tricking. And so, yeah, and somebody else is gonna definitely fill those shoes for him. And so, shouts out, definitely free Gunna, free YSL, free all of them, and free YF and Lucci also, all his partners. And but yeah, young brother, shoot, definitely avoid that at all costs, and definitely think about next time before you fall in or engage into any conflict over a female. She's still gonna be home. She's still gonna find another. Definitely don't think it won't happen to you. If you want to go kill over this woman, if she slept with somebody else, or just do due diligence first. If you just ask yourself a few questions, or if you would ask her a few questions, oftentimes you would get to the root of the conflict, and you would understand that killing or harming this man isn't going to solve anything. The root of the issue is typically this woman. If she doesn't want you, she just doesn't want you. And that's putting it nicely. You have to let that go. If she cheated one time, you can't kill this man because, now if it's a thing of disrespect, you come home, he's all in your house, all around your kids, butt naked, something like that. I can understand the anxiety, what I'm saying? Even in, during that time, you're still supposed to mentally respond to the situation. You're not supposed to be just jumping the gun, because you're still gonna get charged with something, even though they would definitely consider this a crime of passion, I would deem. But I would definitely think, but who knows? You still, putting your life in the hands of them white folks, and you definitely don't want that when you can just find you another shotty, and then typically, and again, I don't want to go too much into my messages. Definitely go check them out, but you can avoid a lot of this by just doing inventory, or doing or asking the correct question, so to speak, in that pre-screening phase, or in that interview phase, so to speak. If you do your due diligence there, oftentimes you'll have a full breakdown of what you can expect, so you'll already really know what type of woman that you have, so to speak. But I'm not getting too far off the subject. Like I said, definitely go check those out if you're interested in the content that I just provided there. But outside of that, definitely no knock on Chloe Bailey, and definitely tap in, tell me what you guys think. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and above all else, share the content. Again, that like, that share, and that subscribe. Matter of fact, before I check out, I'm gonna give you time to go and do that right now if you made it to the end. And yeah, you can go and look at my pretty teeth right quick. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, well now that you done did that, definitely be blessed until the next time, and definitely feel free to check out another video also, and a whole lot of Justrillmedia coming at you soon, tap in, talk to you later.